So this is a small introduction to my creativity. Oh, let me see what this is. This is called Composition in Hues. And my medium, of course, is construction paper. Now, I don't remember the year I did this. I was born in 1978, and my creativity started for me in 1995. But I want to do a prologue. I wanted to do an introduction to the kind of stuff I'm doing now. So, what we're looking at here is um, it's a series of hexagons. Now, I don't remember if I did this. Here's the thing, I either did this in kindergarten, first, or second grade. So, I don't know what to call this, but I guess it's called composition in hues, and it's just a bunch of hexagons. So, somebody else titled this for me. I'm pretty sure one of my teachers did. I'm going to avoid things that have my real name in it. This Maestro Drake is all you need to know me as. I'm flipping through these things here. Here is a Batman symbol Christmas stocking. I'm not sure what prompted me to do this one. Um, I used to think of imaginary characters or characters based on people I met, whether they were based on my cousin or people at school. Here's a better view of this. We got a little stocking here. Let's see what else we got. Batman villains. This had to have been done in the second or third grade. I think it was fresh in my mind. No, you know when it was? This had to have been 1990. I think it was 1990 or 1989. Because I remember Mr. Freeze. It was kind of based on the Batman 1960s TV show. Now, um, that show right now is on MeTV, but of course it started on, I think, ABC. Yeah. And then I think NBC was trying to pick it up, but it never did. I think that was the story behind it. But when I was growing up, it was on Fox or KTTV 11, Channel 11 in Los Angeles. One of the reasons they stopped airing it was because of the 1992 Batman series and the new movies coming out. Um, this is Garfield the cat. Now, one of the things that I used to like when I was a child was Garfield the cat. I think because of the colors and because he was a cynical bastard. He was a cynical cat. Um, I had so many Garfield comics. Let me see if I could just pull this out. I have not seen this in a long time. So, yeah, this is some of the very early stuff. Yeah, this is early stuff. This is stuff that I have not seen in a long time. I just wrote little stuff. Like, this is just things I used to write. So actually, this goes beyond 23 years, but I need to show something to start us off. Uh, we've got Uncle Scrooge. I think I might have done this in '89 with DuckTales being so popular. That might have been true. Uh, let's see. What else we got here? I think cats were important. Maybe I was a cat in a previous life. I'm not sure. Now here we have The Simpsons. That was another big influence. Was The Simpsons. What else we got? This was from something or another. This was from Christmas. Now I don't know. I think the Hulk was a kind of a scary character. This is something I did in the late 1980s. I might have been as early as 8 years old. The Hulk cartoon I remembered was the one from the 1980s, where I think Stan Lee did an introduction, and you would watch that. It was on NBC, along with Foofer and the Chipmunks and all these things. And there were just so many different cartoons, Saturday morning cartoons. I think I was always fascinated by transformations. That was this drawing. The Flintstones. They had the 1960s Flintstones cartoons. Okay, so that was always a focal point for me. This was Some letter to my mom. This had to have been done in 1991 because you could recognize that's Bowser or King Koopa on his flying clown car. This was back in 91 at the earliest, maybe 92. These are some honor roll certificates. Here's Garfield again. I had an idea of proportions. That's probably the best of these, I think. My personal opinion. I'm just trying to look through everything and see where I have, what else I have left here. Our house is near the, this is, I wrote in some sort of cryptic form. This one. I collected Garbage Pail Kids cards when I was younger. Talked about people I knew in school, and here's an old assignment. This was from 1990. This was about match the shapes, angles, corresponding angles, a little bit of geometry. That's about it. So what I'm going to do now, I don't have anything to really focus back on. Let's go back to the Garfield's little book that I did here. What I'm going to do is I'll put this one up. I'll post this video. Well, I'm posting it now. Cruel, but be yourself. Take care.